Okay, let's grab her by the feet and jank her out.
No. I'll come out.
Oh, wow.
Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Jill.
I'm Sean.
And today we are going to put some armor plates on the front A-arm of the Bronco Badlands.
So the Badlands comes with armor on it already, quite a bit underneath, but it's missing a few key points that a lot of people have noticed. Now, when you go off-roading, if you go rock crawling or something like that, you want to make sure a lot of stuff's protected. One of which is the A-arms, because since the A-arm does have the A shape to it, as the name says, A-arm, it has a hole in the center where you can get stuff caught. This right here eliminates that opening that will, affect it, whether something gets caught in there, your shock tower or whatever. It strengthens your lower portion of your suspension. Also gives you more armor, as stated. This is from JCR Off Road. First thing before we start putting this on, once again, JCR Off Road has the best packing ever. This stuff was packed very well. Lots of foam, lots of padding. I wish, as I said in a earlier video, I wish everything I ordered came as well packed as JCR Off Road stuff. I am amazed of how well packed it is.
So shout out to JCR Off Road for your amazing packing abilities.
Your guys' packing abilities are
People need to take notes.
If it can survive UPS, FedEx, and USPS, it's badass. This is actually one of the best packaging I've ever seen. Now, we're gonna go ahead and do it. She's gonna do most of the work. I'm gonna loosen the hardware for her because it is under an incredible amount of torque.
And I don't have the strength to do it.
Yeah, she doesn't have the strength yet, but she will someday. Keep it up. So we'll go ahead and put one on and show you just what the steps that are involved in it. Now, the one thing is we're not going to jack the car up. We're going to do it on the ground, which is supposed to be done that way. And we'll explain why as we go through it. You do want to have pressure on the wheel. So
yeah, we're going to chalk up the wheels. That way it doesn't roll forward. Even with the emergency brake on, you still want to have your wheels chalked, just for safety reasons. I will not be on a creeper, because there's just not enough room, even with, 33-inch tires? 35-inch tires. There's just not enough room for me to be on a creeper underneath the car and do it. So I'll be on the ground. If
it was the underside of the car itself, it would be different. But since it is the A-arms, there's really not enough room. You're going to have to be down, and it's easier to go closer this way than try to fit it up underneath you from your side. So it's a little bit ergonomically correct to just lay on the ground. And we'll show you exactly how we're going to do it.
Yep.
So
we'll see you outside.
See you.
Okay. So this piece right here is your lower control arm, also known as an A-arm. This is the shield, as we showed you earlier. This piece here is going to be placed towards the front. That way when you go and start, off-roading and everything, this blocks your A-arm. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. This takes an 18mm socket with a ratchet, and he's already busted the bolts. It's a pain in the butt to do this when you have long hair too.
Oh, you gotta lay on your hair.
But I can't do it with ponytail because that hurts even worse.
Yeah. You can take the extension off if you want. I just put it back on there to keep it. Now, to give you a little bit of information about this, we don't have to put this on jacks because we need the weight on the struts themselves to actually install them. If we actually lift up the vehicle, we have to put a jack underneath this anyways. It's not going to go anywhere. Those bolts are pressed through the struts, and
But their wheels are chalked.
yeah, and the wheels are chalked. We'll show you that when we go grab the other things.
But yeah, I have both back wheels chalked. So do that first before you do anything. We did find that this thing needs more armor underneath.
Yeah.
We'll show you that here in a little bit. Now on this A-arm, only the nuts are going to come off, your bolts are pressed in.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
So, whatever I just dropped, it's in my hair somewhere.
Okay, let me get you the shield.
Alright, so these are the only things that you're taking off. You're not going to take these off.
Okay, you got that.
Yeah, just put it on my belly.
Get these off of there. Okay, hang on a second. Get you a little bit better view so I can help her and not be in the way of the camera. So, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Hit the funny bone. It wasn't very funny.
Never is. Okay, that's not going to go anywhere. Let me go grab the other piece.
So it's just gonna dangle right here for a little bit. It ain't gonna drop or anything. Just hand tighten the nuts until you get the other piece on. And this piece right here, this takes the 14 millimeter. So you need an 18 millimeter and a 14 millimeter socket.
So what this does is it goes this way with this flange pointing inside and
Yeah.
this longer edge right here pointing forward. So just like how she has it.
And what this does, it protects the center portion of the A-arm.
Here, let me see one of those nuts. Put this side in, you put that side in. I have access through this without having to worry about it, so. There you go. Teamwork.
Yeah.
That's what 151 Garage is about.
Where's my hole at? There you are. Okay.
Okay, first things first, make sure everything's kind of centered so it's not grabbing up against anything. And then she'll tighten up these right here as much as she can while I hold it.
Hopefully they can see.
Oh, hang on, give me the camera.
Guys are taking a hell of a trip.
There you go.
Oh, hi. Okay. Now, did you do that with an extension or no?
Yeah, you have to. So you're gonna have to use a short extension in it. I found that best because it'll actually reach over the A-arm itself and be able to access the nuts back there. If you use too long of extension, it's gonna bind up in the suspension. If you use too short, you're never gonna get the socket on it. So a short extension with a shallow socket is the best fit. A long socket does not fit. It's too
Like that?
Yeah, like that right there.
Where is it? Okay. This one's getting hard to find.
Right there. I could really be a good blind mechanic.
Stuck.
Now you gotta get the socket out.
Here's that. I gotta get the rest of it off because it's stuck.
Okay.
You want to do that side?
Yeah.
Because you can see it.
It's easier doing it from this side. There we go.
Not too hot.
Not bad.
Not underneath the car anyway.
Let me check the torque on these. Click. Okay. That's it. So
We already did the one over there off camera.
it's
so.
the same way, same setup. So as we're talking underneath the car, it's cool under here. So
Yeah, it's been like, it's really hot today. So we're hanging out underneath the vehicle.
So let me show you some of the things with the, let me take you off the tripod real quick. That way I can get better clearance. So this right here is what it looks like. Hopefully I can lighten it up a little bit. So you do have full coverage under here. Pretty well, the shock is already covered. Now the one thing that sticks out is these. Thank you Ford for putting these the other way so they stick out anyway. So there are a couple companies that have guards that go over them, but they really don't do anything because all it is little pieces that stick up right here. If we ever change out the suspension, we will pull these out and reverse them so they go up through the other way, or get different bolts for it that actually go through the other way rather than the nuts sitting right there. It's kind of a bad design. This right here is a bad design too. What the hell happened to the rest of the skid plate here? You have skid plates right there. You have a big gap, and then you have skid plates the rest of the way. So, why no skid plate there? I don't know, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a company that makes the full skid plate system from the front all the way back through here, including back there. So we'll find out. I know we're gonna get full skid plates for the Black Diamond.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put those skid plates on Big Ben. So that's gonna be more of a more rugged off-roader than Big Ben is. But let's get out. That wasn't too bad. That was the A-arm armor from JCR Off Road. It's all you have to do is take out 2 nuts off the suspension, the front shocks, and install the plate, install the 2 nuts back on there, install another angle plate, and 2 carriage bolts and nuts. That's it. It's fairly simple. One person could do it. I was just helping her because, one, you know, I'd rather, extra hand is always helpful, especially when holding stuff over your head and trying to put, you know, bolts and stuff in there. So that's pretty
and
good.
Safety reasons as well.
Yeah. And it's really easy to do.
Yeah, one person can easily do that. We will show you how we chalk the wheels in the back.
You know, when you're working around the vehicles, you got to be safe, especially when you're working under it. You make sure that the wheels are chalked, even if it's on flat ground. You never know what'll happen, whether something, you know, I don't know, it
Disengages.
it disengages or rolls a little bit. At least the chocks are there. Now, this does slope downwards, so we put chocks on the back tires, behind the back tires, because unless gravity stopped working and it rolled uphill, there's no chance of it going upwards. Also, we didn't need jacks or jack stands underneath this because the weight of the vehicle needed to be on that to install those A-arm braces or A-arm armor. So again, if we needed that, we would have put jacks underneath it and made sure everything was secured before that. Now, we will be doing some more armor on the rear of the car, which we will need to put jacks.
That will require jack and jack stand.
Because you will pretty much disassemble your rear shocks or struts. So, but we'll show you here in just a second. So as you can tell, we have the chocks under here. They're pretty wide, so it's pretty good.
And we purposely got them in orange so we don't lose them.
Yeah, so we can't lose them. So
if you're interested in where we got those, we
Amazon?
can link those. Yeah, it's on Amazon, but we'll put the link down below.
Okay. Now, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, we do have a giveaway going on when we hit 3,000 subscribers. So more information on that, and also you can see the end of the video, what we're giving away. Again, hope to see you next video. Bye.
Bye.